Is your music getting played on the radio? In this video, I look at a brand new system called Warm, which monitors your online radio music play and tells you where your track's getting played and when. Let's dive in. Hey, it's Graham from Data Transmission, and today we're going to look at a brand new online system that monitors your radio play for each of your tracks and tells you where and when you're getting plays around the world. This system's called Warm, or warmmusic.net, and I've been testing it out for a little bit. It's pretty cool. I'll drop the link below and so you can click straight through in the caption. Essentially, a Warm allows you to track where your track's getting played around the world on which radio stations. That's pretty cool. There's quite a lot. There's loads of radio stations, and obviously monitoring where you're getting played for things like publishing rights and performance rights. You will obviously earn you more money for each of your tracks, and having that information about where your music's getting played is obviously key for growing as an artist and growing as a label. Before we jump into the computers, check out the service. I wanted to remind you to subscribe to the channel. Each week we put out 2 videos a week. We also put out premieres of new music every day. And if you like what you're seeing and like what you're getting, please drop us a comment in the comments below. Please smash that bell. It means you get all the new videos and all the new music first. And generally just subscribe to this channel. It really means the most to us. It really helps us grow the channel, and we really appreciate it. Right, let's jump into the computer and let's look around the system. Cool. So we've loaded up the website. I said warmmusic.net, and we're going to log in. I've already created an account. Pretty simple. It's pretty simple standard sign-ups process. Easy. And I've also already kind of loaded some tracks in to see what I've been testing it out and see how it works with different types of tracks as well. So you can, as you can see, I've kind of loaded in some big tracks, CamelPhat, Michael Bibi, see what they would, the sort of stats they would be getting, because you can add different songs. And I've also loaded in some of our Shanghaied releases here and here to see what they were kind of getting, just for our own Shanghaied release, our own Shanghaied kind of knowledge, basically. I'm going to take you through the upload process. To upload a track, simply click upload, choose it from the folder. I'm going to choose Reblocked Crush It, which is on Shanghaied. Just make sure that is audio. Yeah, that's good. So I'm going to choose that, and we're going to upload it. Pow, there it goes. Which is cool. Okay, that's uploaded. So that obviously finds some of the information. It finds the album, finds the country information. We're going to put a genre in there. We're going to put Tech House. That's what it is. Going to put label Shanghaied Records, and then we're going to check that out. So what does it cost? It costs €6 per track per month, which gives you all the reports, real-time data, global coverage, and loads of 30 days of historical data, which is really good. Obviously, the more you stack it up, the more you pay over 12 months, it brings the price right down, which is really good for labels. And obviously, you get them more 90 days of historical data. You can change your songs. So if you basically, for the 12-month one, you pay for 12 months, and then you'd have access to change your songs. So you'd only really be paying €3 per month, because you'd change your song every month to the next release. Which is probably the best deal, because these ones you can't change the song. This one you can, 4 months, that's good. So either you want to go for either the 6-month or 12-month deal, because then you're changing the song, which means that you only really have running one at a time, getting the data, exporting it, and then uploading the next song, and it's not costing them too much per month. If you're just doing one a month per song, it's going to get quite expensive. So these are the best options. So you can see that's now uploaded. It's now on our list of things, and you can basically switch on and off the service with the ones you pay for and the ones you don't pay for. I'm just obviously testing these out, so I want to see what they're getting. And once they're uploaded, you have to kind of leave it and let it report for let a report for the next few days and see what it's getting. But that's why we've uploaded some previously. And we've been testing it out so we can see what the reports are. Then you jump into plays, and then you can kind of see. So if you choose which artist, so we'll choose. Let's choose Michael Bibi's Hanging Tree. Obviously, it's a massive track in house music. And you can see what he's had plays on. Obviously, you've got multiple tracks per artist. You can see, choose the track, and you can see across a map where he's getting played across a map. So you can zoom really into these places. So he's getting good global coverage, you know. Worldwide, top 3, Europe, top 730 different types of plays. 730 different plays. North America, not so much. South America, Russia, all the way over here getting plays. And then you can actually dive in and see where he's getting plays, which stations he's getting played on. As you can see, it's quite a lot of different stations, some across the globe, like literally across the globe. So this is really good knowledge for him, really good knowledge for Michael Bibi. He'll be able to then see, oh, we're getting some coverage we didn't know we're getting, or we had fans in different countries we didn't know we had. He can then start using his other social media to start drilling into those fans and start converting those new fans and those new plays into maybe gigs or maybe, you know, further promotion for himself. So yeah, that's really cool stats. You can obviously download it as CSV, PDF, XLS. Moving on to some of the other features of WOM. Click on the radios tab. This shows you all the radio stations that they have currently listed. So you can literally see where they've got coverage. You can use the selectors to say, right, Europe, which countries. So let's go to UK. We're based in the UK, and it literally breaks down into types of radio station, where the radio stations are, whether it's internet radio, whether it's terrestrial radio. For the UK, you can go into whole other countries and really look at where your potential coverage is. Dropping into analytics, this basically gives you a further breakdown of kind of what your music's doing. So he's in this period, which is a period between the 5th of January. So it's a week's period. He's had 802 plays across 5 continents. Really pretty good. If we go back further, so the track came out November, December. Let's have a look what we've got. Obviously got a much wider scope. Much further coverage. CamelPhat. Obviously this is a pretty massive tune last year. Probably one of the biggest tracks of the year. Panic Room. This should go. This is one I just added from their system, was already in their system. And you can see they've got much more coverage, much more plays. You can see when their peaks are. Peaks definitely around lots of plays around the end of the year. As you can see, people would probably put it in their end of year shows because it's one of the biggest tracks. So loads of peaks driving up towards the end of the year there. New Year's Eve, got a load of plays. And then a little bit down, maybe beginning of the year, first year of the year. That sort of follows trends of how people would play it. They're going to add royalties, so you'll be able to see which royalties are coming in, where you're earning money, and which stations you're earning money from. You can actually earn some subscriptions by recommending it to a friend. That's great. Get it recommended. Get some more tracks for free. Get some free track promotions for you or for your label. And then other things that are coming in, they're going to start adding promoters, radio pluggers, so that you can actually find new contacts to help you get your tracks further. And you'll be able to take this data that you've created from the system and then send it to radio pluggers. We've looked at the 1 month and 3 month plans. I'm going to now test out the yearly plan and see what the differences are. We're also going to dive a bit more into the stats and see how they look if you go deeper into them. Let's go for something really, really big. So let's just go. So we'll add Cola. You can see that's now added to the top of our list. 12-month plan, and we can change our song, like I said before, in 30 days time, and it's all going to auto renew. Go into plays, and we'll be able to see what this has had over the last 3 months of historical data. So let's choose CamelPhat Elderbrook. Look, you can see loads of plays in Europe, loads of plays in North America. It's still pretty big, even though it's pretty old. And what if we do is we can actually, you can see across the world where these are getting plays, as I said before. There's some really little ones here and here. That's really cool. Japan. And what we can actually do is we can actually click on these spots and dive right into the country and see where it's being played in those areas. So dive into Berlin, 221 plays. They're really cool. These are all the places we're still getting radio play. Cola, mad, really good. Also a really big track, and it's still getting plays and really deep, digging in deep. You can click on these, so lots of plays across the country. Let's go into the actual data. Look, we can see the country, and let's download. What we can do is you can download this data. So let's download a PDF and see. And this is what it looks like. This obviously is just restricted with this country, UK, and it just gives a good breakdown of where in the UK, which song, which radio stations have had the most plays, and it really breaks it down into when it was played, which is really cool. Which stations played it, when they played it, across each of the days. So it's really broken down, really loads of stats, which is obviously great for a label. One of the other benefits from using the yearly plan is you get a list of all the radio pluggers you can potentially send this track then onto to get further promotion. Gives you emails, gives you what they do, gives you the costs for some of them, and which genres they work in. Also, the other good thing is if you go into radio stations now as well, it gives you a full list of all the radio stations, what genres they are, what music they are, and again, loads of contacts. This is really useful for pitching, for further promotion for your track, to get your track more plays and again grow the presence of the track. As a brief look around the Warm music system, what did you think? Drop me a comment below. I'd love to know what you thought about it. I think it's a really cool system. I think it's a really good way of tracking your radio play for each of your tracks. I think the price point for the yearly product is really good. Being able to change your tracks is really cool. And in conclusion, I think if you're an artist, you should be using this system. I'll drop the links, like I said before, in the comments, so you can click through. I've also spoke to Warm and kind of got what's coming up for the product. So they said they're going to have an airplay chart, so you'll be able to see across the globe where your track is charting across the globe on a global chart. Also, Warm have had a grant from the Danish Innovation Fund, which is going to help them create an AI radio plugger, which will help you get your tracks to radio stations quicker and easier. They're saying that you'll only pay for the amount of stations you hit and actually get plays from. This will really revolutionise the way of radio plugging and getting your tracks to radio stations. Radio is, like I said at the beginning, it's a really, really growing platform, and you really should be thinking about having your own radio show and getting your tracks on radio stations. Finally, they're going to be bringing real-time royalties. So real-time, you'll be able to see what your tracks are earning across the globe, which is amazing. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the system. Like I said, drop me a comment, let me know what you have enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for joining us on Data Transmission. I've been Grahame Farmer. See you again next time. Bye-bye.